Okay, let's see if we have sound this time. It looks like we do. Much better. All right, I think I want to move my microphone now because there. Now I need a better spot for it. That's all. So I already started one live and there was no sound. So I'm trying to be careful with this sound this time and make sure that we've actually got some. Okay, there we go. All right, so clearing cards, getting ready for our first tarot spread, which you guys know my favorite tarot spread is what is our best manifestation advice for the future? Cheryl, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. That last one I didn't have sound, so I had to get out of there really quickly. Mila, Mila. I'm wonderful. How are you? What time is it where you are? I'm fantastic. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm doing readings and Reiki. My YouTube's going viral. My client base is expanding. My life is good, 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 and getting better all the time. How are you guys, though? Oh, that would be like 11:10 p.m. here. 3:10 in Idaho. Well, thank you for being up so late and watching me. Gosh, I've got a hair standing straight up, don't I? Well, what you gonna do, right? One of those days. I'm glad that you are great. Dorella, good evening, my friend. How are you today? Best version. Hello, hello, welcome. The gang's all coming in. Woohoo! Woohoo! I think we're recovering emotionally from the election here. We're going from meltdown to buckle up. Might be a rough ride with some turbulence. We're getting ready. Feels much more empowered to be getting ready. Alrighty. Let's start with our best manifestation advice for the day. Let's see what shows up. You'll be thinking about what you want to manifest now so your energy gets on these cards. What is it that you would like to manifest? And this advice is going to be applicable for the next 24 hours. So if you want to manifest something that, is further out than that, that's fine. This is still going to be advice for that. If you want to manifest something that comes in much quicker, then same thing. This advice should still be good for that. I'm glad to hear that you are good. I'm fantastic. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm doing readings in Reiki. My YouTube's going viral. My client base is expanding. My life is good, good, good. And getting better all the time. Which reminds me, everybody, if you don't mind, please share this video out to the world. The more people I get to help, the happier I am. All right. I believe in a big ripple effect. As big as possible. And this channel really has to grow. All right, so best manifestation advice. Look at this. We start off with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands talks about being at home. So doing things from home, doing things about home or family. So manifestation has to do with home or family. Look at this. The Chariot in reverse. Don't go away from home. Stay at home. That's funny. I got almost these same exact cards this morning when I asked what I should do today. And then we have the World card coming up here. So the World card talks about a completion of a cycle or bringing something to a close, bringing it to an end, wrapping it up. So basically what we have going on here as far as manifestation is this idea of like stay at home, stay focused on it. Don't be going anywhere. Don't be getting distracted by running those errands or whatever, and finish up whatever this is that you have that you're working on at home. Okay, so that's our manifestation advice today. Isn't that interesting? I'm sure some of us work from home. I'm not the only one. Stay home and finish our projects. Stay focused. Stay on track. Don't get distracted by whatever's going on in the outside world or by doing things in the outside world. Thank you for all your help, Ms. Dorella. All right, so let's see. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 10, and I'm going to put it, I'm writing it down and putting a circle around it now. Whoever picks that number is going to be the next person I read for. Number between 1 and 10. 7. Cheryl. How did you get it so fast, Cheryl? Oh my goodness. Okay, so Ms. Cheryl Ford is our winner for the first reading of the day. Cheryl, do you have a question for me today, or do you want a message from Spirit? And thank you guys for all the thumbs ups on this video. I appreciate it. Message from Spirit for Ms. Cheryl. Okay, that means everybody else keep your eye out for what? Piggyback messages. See if you get a piggyback off of Cheryl's message. Ms. Cheryl. What do we have? I am using the Paulina Tarot deck today. All right. What do we have? Okay. All right, we're starting off with the Fool card for your situation, Cheryl. The Fool card talks about a leap of faith, beginning something new, brand new beginning, usually something inspired by our intuition or by Spirit. It may or may not actually be logical for us to have this new beginning. But we just know that we know that we know that we know that we know that it's the right thing to do. All right, now, what is that covered by? This is covered by the Five of Swords in reverse. Five of Swords in reverse talks about peacemaking, ending some kind of argument or debate, coming to a point of acceptance about argument or debate. So this tells me that this may be very similar to what I was just talking about a couple minutes ago. This tells me that, okay, we're accepting something. We're no longer trying to fight it or trying to change it. And that is a whole new beginning for you, Miss Cheryl. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing there for you. Now, best advice or heads up around this situation. Ooh, baby, I love it. Fantastic. Look here. We've got the Empress card. The Empress card talks about this idea of letting Sacred Spirit know what would be ideal, what would be perfect, and then allowing Sacred Spirit to give us those nudges in the right direction to go towards that. Hanged Man talks about it takes a little bit of time. There's a little bit of waiting. Everything is not happening instantaneously. And meanwhile, we're looking at things from all kinds of different perspectives, but still working on our manifestation. And then we have the Two of Swords showing up here, which just talks about the idea of making a decision. Like after thinking about things from different angles, making a decision. And once we make that decision, that allows us to move forward more directly and more quickly than when the Hanged Man is in place. So this really talks about this idea of coming to a point of accepting something, that it's not going to change, that we can't really fight it. But really, once we get to that point of acceptance, then we're able to go, okay, well, where do we go from here? What's best case scenario? And kind of work that out and let Sacred Spirit know where we are with what best case scenario is. And then allow Spirit to work kind of behind the scenes in his or her own time. And then at a certain point, we're going to have a decision to make about what we want to do with what Spirit actually brings out for us because of what we're looking at as best case scenario and manifesting. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you, Miss Cheryl. Hello there, Alicia, Jackie Ann. Hello, hello. Did anybody get a piggyback off of that? Just out of curiosity. Y'all know I like my piggybacks. Oh, why'd you say wow? I always love to hear, why are you saying wow? Welcome, welcome. Well, you're here in plenty of time. I haven't been here this long. Everybody, don't forget, put a thumbs up on the video. Share it out to other people if you can. Boop-a-da-doo-doo. You're funny. Something positive for once. Okay, guys, I'm picking a number between 1 and 10. I've already got it written down and circled. Whoever puts that number in the chat next will be the next person that I read for today. 4 is not it. 8 is not it. 3 is not it. 1 is not it. Thank you, Dorella. 6 is not it. I just told you guys the number. Dang it. 9 is not it. 7 is not it. All right, let's try that again. Blech. Okay, new number, guys. Starting all over from scratch because I just told you the number. All right, new number. 2 is not it. 5 is it. Mila. You got it with the 5. Okay, so Mila, do you have a question for me today, or do you want a message from Spirit? So sorry about that, guys. Two thoughts and intentions. I mean, we can look at that. Here's what I would look at just from experience of looking at cards when it comes to relationships. Thoughts and intentions are one thing. What actually happens is another when the rubber meets the road. So what I would rather look at for you, and you can tell me if you don't want that, just let me know. It's your reading. But what I would rather look at is what you should expect from Michael within the next, I don't know, 2 weeks or whatever time frame you want to put on it. Will that work for you? What you can actually expect from Michael towards you, and then it's some kind of time frame. Oh, because he doesn't express. All right. What are Michael's? It is. When is the full moon? The full moon is Friday. Tomorrow. Okay. Show me what Michael is thinking off the top and feeling off the bottom of this deck towards Mila. Thinking, feeling, Well, this boy has some mixed signals going on here. Have we heard of confusion much in relationships? Jeez. Okay, let's take a peek here. First of all, the World card in reverse. World card in reverse means a couple things. First of all, it means that something is not completed or wrapped up. There's unfinished business. Obviously, if you haven't met each other, there would be unfinished business. It also tells me he's kind of thinking that maybe you're not exactly what he's looking for. You're close, but not exactly. He is thinking there's definitely some kind of attraction there, though. And the last thing that we have about what he's thinking is he's thinking about giving this a chance in spite of the fact that you may not be exactly what he wants. Okay, so that's thoughts. Now, feelings. What we have showing up here. 4 of Swords in reverse. This talks about doing something in a different geographic location. So he may be thinking about, either you doing something in a different geographic location or him. I'm going to lean more towards him. 8 of Pentacles. He may be thinking, well, I can work in a different location. So I think he's got on his mind this idea of coming to see you. He may be thinking about bringing his laptop and doing some work while he's seeing you. Or he may be thinking, oh, you could actually work. If you come to see me, you could bring your work with me, that type of thing. But he's looking at, look, we don't need to be missing out on the bag just to meet each other. Okay. And then we have this idea of the Magician showing up in reverse. This says, that he would like for whoever comes to meet the other person to be able to not miss any work, but he doesn't exactly know how to pull that off with that Magician. So that has him a little bit stumped there. All right. Yeah, I don't think that you are very close as far as location, if that's what he's thinking. All right, so that's what you have, my dear. You're quite welcome. All right, let's take a peek at, let's see, number between 1 and 10. All right, whoever puts that number that I just wrote down and circled in the chat next will be the next person I read for. Number between 1 and 10. 7 is not it. 9 is not it. Cheryl Ford with that 3. Cheryl, you're going to get a card of the day, and then we're going to do this again. Cheryl Ford. All right, so Cheryl, card of the day, something that happened within the last 24 hours or will happen by this time tomorrow. And thank you for participating, because the more people that participate, the more people that YouTube thinks needs to see this video. So I appreciate that. Also, those of you who have not yet, please share this video out to the world. Okay, Cheryl. Ace of Swords coming up in reverse. This tells me that you either have been or will be giving somebody some kind of advice or good, solid information, one or the other. So you could be playing mentor, or you could, somebody could just literally come to you for advice. All right, so that's for Cheryl. Let's see, number between 1 and 10. Okay, I've got a good new number circled. Whoever comes through with that number will be the next person that I read for. Don't forget to put a thumbs up in the video if you don't mind, and share if you will. 5 is not it. You're quite welcome. 7 is not it. 9 is not it. 6 is not it. 2 is not it. 7 is still not it. 1 is not it. Dorella, got it with the 4. Okay, Ms. Dorella, do you have a question for me today? Or do you want a message from Spirit? Dorella. My hair is kind of driving me crazy. Ooh, so about the next month and a half-ish. Okay. What do we have showing up in Dorella's love life between now and the end of the year, please? Where are we? We've got 1, 2, a little bit more than 1, 2. So we've got about 6.5, 7 weeks left. All right. Okay, let's take a look at about 7 cards. This is going to be about a card per week-ish from now to the end of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, time is flying. All right, see what we have starting off. This first week was starting today. We have our 4 of Cups coming up in reverse. This talks about the idea of getting over some kind of disappointment and looking for the silver lining and moving towards that silver lining. 4 of Wands in reverse talks about the idea of kind of coming away from home. So you may be actually doing some traveling during the next week time frame from today. And today's Thursday, so I'm going Thursday to Wednesday for my weeks. So you may be actually getting away from home, or you may be looking at things more objectively, probably both. Third week out, what we have is the Emperor in reverse. This says you feel like you're not really in control of your love life at that point. You may have other things going on that are just more important. So not paying too much attention to your love life at that point. Fourth week out, 6 of Wands coming up in reverse. This is like, I'm not feeling very appreciated. This is not really being in a relationship. 5th week out. Ooh. Interesting. 5th week out, we have the Moon card showing up in reverse. I think you're getting some kind of information about an ex that you didn't have access to before. And I think it's kind of a, yeah, that's why it didn't work out type of thing. Let's see. 6th week out, we have my Death card in reverse. This is nothing really changing. Nothing really changing on the love life theme. And then 7th week out, so that week, after Christmas, before New Year's, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which basically says you've been giving somebody some time, some energy, some effort, and you're realizing it's going nowhere. So now you're just like done with that. Kaput. So nothing too exciting there. I apologize. I wish that I could give you like a better, more dramatic happiness making story, but I don't see a lot really happening there in that way. All right, so picking a number between 1 and 14. Whoever puts that number in the chat first will be the next person that I read for. A number between 1 and 14. 13. Jackie M., you got it right off the bat with that 13. You guys just remember my favorite numbers, don't you? That's what I think. All right, so Jackie, do you have a question for me today, or do you want a message from Spirit? Thank you guys for thumbs ups on this video. Please remember to share this video out to the world in case there's somebody else out there that needs to have a message. Okay, message from Spirit for Jackie. Let's see what we have. Everybody else, be on the lookout for a piggyback message. Also, if you're new here, remember to hit subscribe and hit that bell notification and make sure notifications are on your device so that you can catch me next time I go live as well. All right, so Jackie and any piggybacks, what we have showing up here, ooh, we have the 8 of Cups coming up in reverse. Now, 8 of Cups in reverse talks about this idea that in the past you walked away from something that was making you feel depleted or exhausted. Now we see you walking back to this situation. Hopefully you have some kind of reason to believe that it would not make you feel the same way. What we have covering this is Temperance. So this could be possibly that you walked away from somebody who had some kind of addiction issue and now they're getting their stuff together and you could be walking back to them. Or this could be that you're finding some more balance in your life so that you think you can handle whatever the situation is, whether it has to do with addiction or not. Okay? But you're going back because of some kind of balance that's been found. All right? So that's what we've got so far. Now we're going to look at best advice around this. Insight or advice, I should say. Okay, so we have the Emperor showing up here. A lot of times this is like a significant other. This is somebody who has authority, and many times authority that influences our lives. This is somebody who takes control. They're kind of a natural leader. They're sort of in charge. They can be a boss, supervisor as well. But we've got this person showing up very first of all. Now, we have the Star card showing up here, which says this person is not really healed. Okay, so if you're walking back to an Emperor character who's got some temperance in their life, they're trying to get some balance back, whether that's alcohol or otherwise, they may not be feeling like they're really actually in a good place just yet. They may feel like, oh, it's pretty precarious. They're kind of walking on the edge of the ledge. Now, the last thing that we have here is the 9 of Pentacles. Looks to me like, well, it's okay to be in this person's life. You do want to maintain your own independence here. You don't want to just get completely joined back up with them again, because if they do fall off that precarious edge, guess what? Your life goes back into chaos again. But if you maintain a little bit of distance, it's okay to be encouraging and supportive, but also keep your own space so that you can, keep your space safe and clean. All right, so I hope that makes sense for you, Jackie. That was pretty specific. I hope you get it. I hope it helps you. All right, so we're going to do, you're quite welcome. We're going to do, We're going to do a number between 1 and 15. And I'm going ahead and I'm circling it right now. Whoever puts that number in the chat first will be the next person who I read for. Number between 1 and 15. It made sense for you. That's awesome. So we got a piggyback. 12 is not it. Number between 1 and 15. 11 is not it. 7 is not it. 3 is not it. Number between 1 and 15, y'all. 8 is not it. 9 is not it. Whoever wants a reading, if you pick the number that I just wrote down, it's between 1 and 15. You'll be the next person that I read for. 14 is not it. Number between 1 and 15. 4 is not it. 6 is not it. 9 is not it. 8 is not it. 15 is not it. 12 is not it. Number between 1 and 15. Ooh, but I do. 10 is not it. Ooh, but I do. 1 is not it. Ooh, but I do. 3 is not it. So far we've got 1, 2, 3. 6 is not it. 4 is not it. 2 is not it. Number between 1 and 15. Trying to see if you guys have got everything but that number yet. 15 is not it. 5 is not it. 12 is not it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11. Dorella. Okay, Dorella. Number of new beginnings. Since I've already read for you before, I'm just going to do, did I read for you? Yes. Yet today, yes. So, card of the day, something that happened within the last 24 hours or will happen by this time tomorrow. Dorella. Ooh, look at you, Dorella, Queen of Pentacles. This is feeling like you have plenty to do everything that you want to do. Probably because you have payday tomorrow. But Queen of Pentacles, feeling like you have an abundance. All right, let's see. Number between 1 and 25. Whoever guesses the number I just wrote down between 1 and 25 will be the next person I read for today. Number between 1 and 25. 23 is not it. 22, Jackie M. All right. So, Jackie, you're going to get one card. Card of the day. Something that happened within the last 24 hours or will happen by this time tomorrow. All right, let's see what we have. Wait, when's your birthday? Today? By the way, guys, sign up for my newsletter. You can do that at my website. For those of you who are Scorpios, you do get a 40% off your birthday reading during Scorpio season. Pretty soon it'll be Sagittarius season and they'll get 40% off. Oh, your birthday is in January. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, gotcha. So the date. Okay, so let's see. Also, I do predictions for every single sign every single week on my newsletter, so you want to sign up for that. You would like it. All right, Jackie, you got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Just exactly the opposite of what you got. Who was it that got the last one? Of what Dorella got. So Queen of Pentacles in reverse just means you've been generous and kind to somebody, hoping to uplift them and encourage them and get them, a leg up. And you're realizing that that's not helping. That's actually just making them more dependent on you. So now we see you cutting off that generosity because you recognize it's not helping. It's only hurting. It basically makes you an enabler. Hello there, whoever you are with all the hearts. I'm not qualified to read Cyrillic alphabet, but I'm glad you're here. What country are you watching from? I hope you're not typing in Cyrillic. I won't be able to read that. Let's see. I am curious what country you're watching from, though. All right, so let's see. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 10. And I'm putting a circle around it. And whoever picks that number next will be the next person I read for. Number between 1 and 10. You're from Greece. Well, we're glad you're here. Yay. 9, best version. You got it. All right. So, Ebony, do you have a question for me today, or do you want a message from Spirit? I don't know if I've had anybody watch me from Greece before. Maybe not. All right, go ahead and type your question. So while she's typing, I'm just going to tell you guys I do offer private readings, and those readings are 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 60 minutes. And so how much time you need is what the cost is on the reading. So 30 minutes are $100, 45 are $150, and an hour is $200. And I do those readings online on camera, so you guys get to see me and interact with me as the reading is happening. I don't record a video and send it to you. We actually do a live reading. So those are available at my website. Also, if you want my newsletter where I do predictions for every single sign every single week, you want to check out my website for that. There's a tab there where you can sign up for my newsletters as well. And what else? I also do long distance Reiki. So if you need some Reiki, I am able to do that for you. And I mentor people who are tapping into their own psychic abilities. And all of that is at my website. Still waiting on a question from Best Version. Boop-a-da-doo-doo, boop-a-da-doo, boop-a-da-doo. I don't know how much longer I can tap dance. How much longer can I tap dance while I wait for your question? So while she's still typing, let's see who we're going to read for after her. Oh, here we go. One of your prospects turned me down politely. Okay. Is there a chance for this prospect who turned me down politely? Is there a chance for that decision to be turned around so that they can move forward in a collaboration? I would say not at this point in time. You've basically got a no here, but it's really interesting what shows up because you've got the Six of Wands, which says that they really appreciate you and the work that you do or your company's work. You've got the Chariot. I mean, this would be a strong yes card, but I don't technically have a yes. So I think yes, but not anytime soon. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which tells me that money was not the issue here. We have the Six of Swords, which talks about a movement. And what is this movement toward? This movement is towards this Ace of Cups. So there's somebody that they like, that they're moving away from you towards this other person that they like, whether this is like a family member or whether this is just a competitor that they like their stuff as well. But there is some kind of movement away to this other competitor or family member or whatever that they like. So I think you're going to get this back with the Chariot because they do actually appreciate what you do, and money is not the issue at all. I think it's coming back, but it's coming back after this competitor falls on their face. So I wouldn't hold my breath on this one. I would just allow what needs to happen unfold. I think they're going to come back to you, and when the time is right. Right now, they have to check out this other person or other company, whatever it is. All right, so I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 10. And I've got it circled right now. Whoever puts that number in the chat first will be the next one I read for. A number between 1 and 10. You're quite welcome, quite welcome. Maybe nobody else needs a reading. All right, well, in that case, it's time for me to get out of here and go on to my next project. Everybody, thank you very much for keeping me company. I really appreciate that because that makes these videos so much more fun than when I'm just talking to a dead camera. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And everybody have a fantastic day. Peace out.